Testing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Test, test. Looks like we are live. Let me get my two computers in sync with me. Okay. Good in the neighborhood. Big Ray's ball cards and auctions. Hello, Donald. How you doing there, Big Ray? Audio sounds good. Thanks. Yes, I saw the meter moving on my instrument bar here. So I know it sounds like the sound is going good. We've got one so far. Socializing with Sonia's in the house. How you doing there, Socializing with Sonia? Thanks for popping into the stream here. Wait for my other computer to cooperate still. Don't worry about that anymore. Right? One more computer still working on loading up here. Hello, Big Ray. Hello, Miss Sonia. Alright. So, other than that... Oh, come on, computer. It's Take It Back Tuesday. Taking it back 80 years of 80 Ionic players. 80 Ionic players. The 80th anniversary special section in my baseball digest. Pretty cool. Got this throwback issues here. This is August 1957 with Stan the Man Musial here. And this April 1974 edition, our 33rd year. Hank Aaron, The Chase Resumes, 1974 club rosters and schedules, independent race previews. But we're going to be going into this real quick here, highlighting some of it. Might not read all the different stories about some of the 80 years, 80 Ionic players in celebration of Baseball Digest's 80th anniversary. Okay. Now, if I can get you to open up what you're supposed to be opening up, I got it to refresh finally. We present the 80 players without whom the history of baseball from 1942 to 2021 could not be properly be told. So hopefully that helps you out with what we're going to do today. And then after we go over the highlights from these 80 Ionic players, we'll be opening up a blaster box today of 2021 Gypsy Queen. The 2021 Gypsy Queen. Expecting some packages today, but we'll see what happens. We will see if the packages show up or not. Okay. Alright, we've got that good to go, that good to go. I've got all my computers communicating, so right at 2:10 promptly, we can go into what our content is for today. Give you a early heads up. I haven't decided Thursday if I'm going to be doing a pre-recorded video and have it load up at 2 p.m. or I may just end up trying a live stream from the San Juan Islands off the coast of Washington State. Between the San Juan Islands are between Washington State and Canada, but they are part of the state of Washington. So me and my wife and our pastor and his wife are going to go on a ferry trip to go over to San Juan Island, and we're going to be getting off in the port of Friday Harbor. We're going to explore the city of Friday Harbor. So that'll be exciting. So I might be doing a few live stream spurts throughout our time there, as long as I have Wi-Fi and connectability. We have 85 entries toward our 100 for our next level on the giveaway for the month of August. Matt Carter's in the house. Hey, down there, Matt. Ionic, not ionic unless they are charged like a proton. Matt Carter. Hello, everyone. Hello there, Matt. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set this Gypsy Queen right here. We'll be doing this Gypsy Queen Blaster box after we go through the 80 Ionic players in this edition of my Baseball Digest for July and August. Got to try and finish going through a little bit of this magazine and some of the articles. We did one other article. I wanted to do these two. We did the 30 Ionic moments. We ranked the 30 greatest moments in our 80-year history, because they're celebrating 80 years of Baseball Digest. And then we're going to start here. I'm going to tell you about 3,481 and what number that has involved with the Baseball Digest. So let me do this real quick. I'm going to refresh that chat so I know where I left off, and refresh this chat. Alright, and we will get ready to go here. So 3,481, that's the number of players who appeared in at least one Major League game during the first 80 seasons of Baseball Digest publication from 1942 to 2021. Of that number, only 144 of those players have been elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame for their accomplishments as players. So the task of selecting just 80 icons from the first 80 seasons in the history of Baseball Digest was a daunting one for our 12-member Blue Ribbon panel of longtime MLB participants and observers. Rather than the best players of those 8 decades, we present 80 players without whom the history of baseball during that period could not be properly told. So hopefully you're going to enjoy this little mini-series here. But we've got some players we're going to go over here and talk about just ever so briefly for each one. So first up on our 80 Ionic players is Ernie Banks. Ernie Banks will forever be known for the phrase, "Let's play too." And play he did, appearing in at least 150 games of his 19 seasons and leading the National League in games played 6 times. His popularity unsurpassed to this day. Mr. Cub was a Wrigley Field fixture at shortstop or first base from 1953 until 1971. Showing unprecedented power for a shortstop, Banks hit 512 homers and had 40-plus for 4 straight seasons from 1957 to 60. Though he never played on a pennant winner with the Cubs, he was the National League MVP in 1958 and 59 and an All-Star 14 times. Banks was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1977. So next up to bat, we've got Hank Aaron, dignified icon who some still consider the true home run king. Hank Aaron overcame racist threats and enormous pressure in 1974 to break Babe Ruth's home run record. When he reached 715, Hammer and Hank finished his stirring 23-year career with 755 blasts, and was eventually passed in total, though not in the hearts of many, by Barry Bonds' 762. Aaron, a career 305 hitter, is still baseball's all-time leader in runs batted in with 2,297, and total bases with 6,856. And even if you took away all those home runs, he would still have 3,016 career hits. And he hit 30-plus homers in 15 different seasons and made 25 All-Star games. Then our next Ionic player is Al Kaline. Let me get this flattened a little bit more here. Al Kaline never spent a day in the minor leagues and became a regular with the Detroit Tigers in 1954. At just 19 years of age, a year later, at 20, he batted .340, becoming the youngest player ever to win a batting title. Kaline spent 22 seasons with Detroit and was so beloved he was known as Mr. Tiger. He was clearly no paper tiger. However, Kaline was a lifetime .297 hitter who slugged 399 home runs and became the 12th player ever to reach 3,000 career hits. An elite defender in right field, he was an 18-time All-Star who won 80 Gold Gloves. Kaline was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1980. I'm going to scoot this down just a little bit here. Next up is not a Hall of Famer, or at least not a Hall of Famer yet. Bryce Harper took a road less traveled, graduating early from high school to play at the College of Southern Nevada, where wood bats were used. The top overall pick of 2010, he was moved from catcher to outfield by the Washington Nationals and exploded onto the scene in 2012 with fire and bravado. Early on, he responded to a writer's question with, "That's a clown question, bro." Harper was National League MVP at age 23. In 2015, he earned the honor again in 2021 after moving to the Philadelphia Phillies as a free agent. He's Mr. Opening Day, the first player to hit 5 homers in his team's openers by age 25, I'm sorry. All right, popping the stream quick. B Boggs is in the house. Hey, Big Ray. Chuck Dupree, Sports Cards. Hi, Sonia. WV Vlogs. Thanks for popping into the stream. Ray, I will buy that slab from you eventually. Iconic. No, it's iconic. 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 Hi, Donald. And Big Ray's in house still. Alright, we do a refresh quick. Sorry if I missed any chats here. Let me check in my other chat. See who I missed up above here. In the house of Donald's Ionic Electrons and iconic baseball players, or just really energetic ball players. Excuse me. Alright, so next up to bat is Willie Mays. Say hey. A few players are also identified with a catchphrase, which in this case symbolize the unbridled joy of Willie Mays. The New York Giants signed him off the roster of the Negro Americans League's Birmingham Black Barons and promoted him to the major leagues in 1951 after he hit .477 at AAA Minneapolis. Mays won the National League batting title and MVP award in 1954 and made the most famous over-the-shoulder catch in baseball history in the World Series that year. In 23 seasons, he hit .301 with 3,293 hits, 660 home runs, and 338 stolen bases. His 124 WAR from 1954 to 66 was by far the best in Major League Baseball. Then Yogi Berra, Hall of Famer, a very strange fellow of very remarkable abilities. Casey Stengel once said of Lawrence Peter Yogi Berra, who looked like anything but an athlete, but was one of the most recognizable faces in sports in the 20th century. A Navy veteran of the D-Day landings, Berra joined the New York Yankees in 1946 and played for 10 World Series championships, appeared in 15 All-Star games, and won 3 American League MVPs after his Hall of Fame career ended. He managed both the Yankees and the New York Mets in 1964 and 1973 to the World Series appearances, but he is best known for his malaprops, the most famous being "It ain't over till it's over." Then our next Ionic player is Moogie Betts, not in the Hall of Famer yet, but should make it into the Hall of Fame too. A do-everything performer and one of the game's best right now. Moogie Betts became the first player in MLB history to win MVP honors, a batting title, a Silver Slugger, a Gold Glove, and play for a World Series winner in a single year, which he did for the 2018 Boston Red Sox. He's in his 9th season, but already has 5 top 8 finishes in MVP voting, 5 All-Star nods, and 5 Gold Gloves. He also won a World Series with the Los Angeles Dodgers in 2020. No wonder Los Angeles signed him to a 12-year, $365 million contract extension in 2020, which was at the time the 3rd richest deal in American sports. Okay. Right, before we move into the next one, let me catch up on the chat. By the time you buy it, Boggs, Torres will be a great player, and it'll be worth double. No worries, I have it. I'll be great. The crazy thing about that catch is I think he threw the guy out after that. Sorry, Voggs. That would be incorrect. Oh, wait, sorry, Chuck, I'm wrong. Wife went on a business outing while in San Francisco and toured AT&T Park. Went into the clubhouse and had her picture taken with some guys. Sends me the pic, and it's Willie Mays and another veteran. Oh, my word. That was cool. Big Ray. I've gone on 1 or 2 tours through the Mariners, T-Mobile Park, but never really had. Well, yeah, when we were in the tunnel, we did have a chance to meet 1 or 2 players, but they said unless the players stop and interact with you, you have to just keep going with the tour. If they're willing to stop and chat with some of the people on the tour, then you're more than welcome to ask if you can get an autograph or something like that, if they're willing to do it and if they have the time. Sometimes they're either leaving from a workout or coming in to do a workout, and that's why when you're on the tour, you're not supposed to bother them that much, but it's always a blast to go to the stadium tours if you're given the opportunity. All the stadiums will give stadium tours, which is really nice and interesting all the time. I'd like to do, if I ever retired and was just able to take it, I would go throughout the country and try and go to all the stadiums and do the stadium tours, because I believe sometimes they even do it during the off-season time, unless there's some events going on in the stadium, which they do use sometimes for the ball stadiums when the season's not taking place. So now let's move on to Albert Pujols, future Hall of Famer, I'm pretty sure. Albert Pujols, the Machine, was one of the most consistent sluggers of his era, the fourth player ever to reach 3,000 hits and 600 home runs, joining Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, and Alex Rodriguez. Pujols entered the 2022 season with 679 home runs, and with the designated hitter adopted by the National League, was able to rejoin his original team, the St. Louis Cardinals. He's been Rookie of the Year, a 10-time All-Star, and 3-time MVP. His 366 homers from 2002 to 2009 were third behind A-Rod and Jim Thome. His 290 in the 2010s were fourth. Only Jimmy Fox and A-Rod reached 500 homers at a younger age than Pujols. Next up to bat, Gary Carter. Gary the Kid Carter had an engaging smile and boundless exuberance, revealing in his 19-year MLB journey. He hit .262 with 324 home runs, exceptional production for a catcher, and his 70.2 WAR is second only to Johnny Bench. Among catchers, Carter won 5 Silver Slugger awards as the best hitter at the position, with 3 Gold Gloves, and made 11 All-Star teams in 1978. He had only 1 passed ball the entire season. Carter is best known as a leader and clutch performer for the 1986 World Champion New York Mets, but he was the first Hall of Famer to be depicted with a Montreal Expos hat on his plaque. Next up to bat, Harmon Killebrew, Hall of Famer. Did Harmon Killebrew have the coolest slugger surname ever? Maybe. His last name plus propensity for mashing tape measure homers led the nickname Killer, and he lived up to it, smacking 573 home runs over a 22-year career mostly spent with the Washington Senators Minnesota Twins franchise. When he retired in 1975, he had more home runs than any other right-handed hitter in American League history. Killebrew reached the 40 mark 8 times and drove in 400-plus runs 9 times. With one hit more home runs during the 1960s than he did, and Hank Aaron, and more RBIs than 13-time All-Star, who won the MVP award in 1969. This was a private tour for her company. They do it on the MLB's payroll. Oh, that's cool. Let's go. I caught another live stream. Oh, okay. You came in here from another live stream, Brandon Jensen. Thanks for popping in here. Boom, fist bump, Brandon, fist bump, and Big Ray, Chuck Nasty, Will, Sonia, and Jay, the goat. Let me get a sip of water and clear my throat so we can get on to the next 4 over here. All right. Next on to Brooks Robinson. One of the most spectacular fielders ever to man the hot corner, Brooks Robinson defined third base for the Baltimore Orioles from 1955 to 1977. He batted .267 with 268 homers and 2,848 hits, winning American League MVP in 1964. But his glove work, epitomized by a series of memorable plays in the 1970 World Series, made him a Hall of Famer and a legend. Robinson's 39.1 career defensive WAR is third all-time for any position and tops among third basemen. He played 2,870 games at third base, was involved in 618 double plays, had 2,697 putouts, 6,205 assists, and won 16 Gold Gloves. all records at the position. Next up to bat, we have Wade Boggs. Made a habit of eating chicken before every game and spraying hits to all fields. Boggs, who came up with the Boston Red Sox in 1982, had the highest batting average in MLB with .352. During the 1980s, with 5 batting titles, including 4 in a row, a feat matched only by Ty Cobb, Rogers Hornsby, and Rod Carew. After joining the New York Yankees in 1993, Boggs won a World Series in 1996, riding with a policeman on horseback at Yankee Stadium, in a scene that produced an iconic image. He retired with his hometown team, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, shortly after getting his 3,000th hit in 1999. Next up to bat here, we've got Mike Trout, which also should be another future Hall of Famer down the road when he retires. Both traditionalists and aficionados of modern analytics can agree that Los Angeles Angels center fielder Mike Trout is the best all-around player of this era. At the age of 20 in 2012, he became the youngest player ever to post a 10-plus WAR season, with a 76.1 career mark at the start of the 22 season. He ranked second among active players behind Albert Pujols. Trout also began 2022 with a .305 career average, .419 on-base percentage, and 310 home runs. With injuries and the pandemic limiting his production, and reached the postseason only once in his career. So, his quest for a ring continues. Then our last one on this page is Duke Snyder. We are talking Willie, Mickey, and the Duke. Mays, Mantle, and Duke Snyder are forever linked by Terry Cashman's ballad, Talkin' Baseball, and as star center fielders during the golden era of 1950s baseball in New York. The Duke of Flatbush and his Brooklyn Los Angeles Dodgers reached the World Series 7 times, winning twice. Snyder had more homers, 326, and RBIs, 1,031, than any other slugger of the 1950s. His powerful lefty swing made him most dangerous in Ebbets Field. His drive scattering pedestrians outside the right field fence. The 8-time All-Star compiled a .295 career average and 407 home runs, hitting number 400 as a New York Met in 1963. So boom. Take a little break here and pop in the chat here, see what I might have missed. Boom. Let's go. Caught another live stream. Got that. Goat. Big Ray said, W Fogs 18 back to Mays. No, he did not throw anyone out with the throw after the catch, but he did throw it so fast by spinning around he kept runners from advancing. A man on second, and went on to the World Series. That is cool. Alright, so let me refresh the chat here. Get into our next 3 players on this page as we move into the new Hall of Famer this year, Derrick Jeter. In 20 years as the New York Yankees shortstop, Derrick Jeter authored many unforgettable moments, including a background flip to nail a runner at the plate in 2021 American ALDS, a walk-off homer in the 2001 World Series, a homer for his 3,000th hit, and a walk-off hit in his final game at Yankee Stadium. Jeter finished with 3,465 lifetime hits, the sixth highest total in MLB history, the American League Rookie of the Year in 1996, the All-Star Game, and World Series MVP in 2000. He hit .310 for his career and .308 in 158 postseason games. A first ballot Hall of Famer in 2020, he fell one vote shy of a unanimous election. Then we go on to Seattle Mariners Randy Johnson. Known as the Big Unit, 6'10" Randy Johnson was the tallest player in MLB history when he made his debut. With the Montreal Expos in 1988, he went on to win 303 games with 5 Cy Young Awards, and his 4,875 strikeouts are second only to Nolan Ryan. The fearsome lefty recorded more strikeouts than any other pitcher in the 1990s. Johnson authored a pair of no-hitters as a member of the Seattle Mariners. In 1990, and with the Arizona Diamondbacks in 2004, the latter a perfect game. His 10.61 strikeouts per 9 innings are more than any other pitcher with at least 3,000 innings pitched. Then going on to our third Hall of Famer on this page, Carlton Fisk. His game-winning homer for the Boston Red Sox in Game 6 of the 1975 World Series, and the image of him waving the ball fair as it soared over Fenway Park's green monster are baseball poetry. The creator of that enduring memory was one of the most durable catchers in baseball history. When he retired at age 45, he had caught more games, 2,226, and hit more homers, 351, than any other catcher. Fisk, who was intensively driven, was the Rookie of the Year in 1972, an 11-time All-Star, and a 3-time Silver Slugger. His number 27 is retired by the Red Sox, and the number 72 he wore in Chicago is retired by the White Sox. Okay. Nothing new in the chat. So, moving on. Let me get another sip of water real quick. Next up, we have Justin Verlander, currently an active player. Should also be a Hall of Famer when he gets his turn there. But he just came off Tommy John surgery, so I think he says he's got a bunch more years left in him. Justin Verlander is one of the most dominant pitchers of the current era, one you would want to win one game or dominate a series or season. In his years with the Detroit Tigers, 2005 to 17, and the Houston Astros 2017 to the present, he won 226 games through 2021, Rookie of the Year, 2 Cy Young Awards, an MVP, and pitching triple crown. He also led the American League in strikeouts 5 times and threw 3 no-hitters. Verlander joined the Astros late in the 2017 and Verlander joined the Astros late in 2017 and helped them to the World Series championship. In the 2010s, his 160 wins were second only to former Detroit teammate Max Scherzer's 161. His 2,260 strikeouts second only to Scherzer's 2,452. Then on to Pete Rose, who was called Charlie Hustle for hard-charging play typified by his collision with the Indians catcher Ray Fosse in the 1970 All-Star Game, and the Hit King because his 4,256 hits the Hit Club. He was the engine of the Cincinnati's Big Red Machine of the 1970s, hitting .314 during the decade as the team appeared in 4 World Series and won 2. Rose was also an integral part of a World Championship squad with the Philadelphia Phillies in 1980. He finished his 24-year playing career as a player-manager in Cincinnati, but was banned from baseball in 1989 and denied consideration for the Hall of Fame because he bet on games. All right, but he is considered still one of the iconic players of the game. Jackie Robinson changed the game and our country forever when he accepted Branch Rickey's offer to play for the Brooklyn Dodgers, ending decades of segregation. Hits on-field accomplishments include the inaugural Rookie of the Year award in 1947, an MVP in 1949, a .313 career batting average, and a .410 OBP. In his 10 seasons in Brooklyn, Robinson played in the World Series 6 times. If one moment optimized him, it was his daring steal of home against the New York Yankees in the 1955 World Series. Safe on a close play, he helped spark Brooklyn's only championship. Robinson's performance, despite racial taunts and slurs, paved the way for those who followed. All right. Go. Hey, no crossover. Paranormal's in the house. Thummies up, thummies up, thummies up for me. Don't forget to give me my thumbs up as you come in. Appreciate it. Holding strong at 1,272 subscribers. One of these days I'll make 1,500 subscribers. I don't know what year that will be though. All right. So next up to that here, we've got Whitey Ford, the chairman of the board. Whitey Ford was one of the most successful pitchers of all time, with the most successful team of all time, the post-World War II New York Yankees. A lefty with an assortment of finesse pitches, he came up to the Yankees in 1950. When Ford retired in 1967, he had more wins, 236, than any other pitcher in franchise history, the highest winning percentage, 690, of any 200-game winner, and 10 World Series wins and a record 33 consecutive scoreless innings in series play from 1960 through 1962, and he led the American League in wins 3 times, ERA twice, and innings pitched, with 11 seasons in the top 10 in ERA. Next up we have over here is Bob Gibson. A fierce competitor, Bob Gibson led all MLB hurlers and strikeouts in the 1960s with 2,071 and was second in wins with 164. As the ace of the St. Louis Cardinals in 1968, he posted a modern ERA record of 1.12 ERA and threw 13. In 1968, he posted a modern record and threw 13 shutouts en route to the Cy Young Award and his first of 2 and MVP. He remains one of the finest pitching seasons in baseball history. Gibson, a tremendous athlete who won 9 Gold Gloves and played hoops for the Harlem Globetrotters, was at the best in the World Series, going 7 for 2 with a 1.89 ERA in 9 starts and being named the Fall Classic MVP in 1964 and 1967. Next up to bat is Shohei Ohtani, a switch hitter and a pitcher for the California Angels. Since coming over from Japan to join the Los Angeles Angels in 2017, Shohei Ohtani has been doing unheard of things. As a two-way player, Babe Ruth had significant numbers as both a hitter and pitcher in only 2 seasons, 1918 and 1919. But Ohtani is succeeding as a full-time two-way player in 2021. He played in 155 games with 56 homers, 100 RBIs, and 156 strikeouts. With him in mind, MLB changed a rule for changed a rule for 2022, allowing a pitcher to stay in the game as a DH after his stint on the mound is over. So David Ortiz is our final on these 2 pages. New Hall of Famer this year. David Ortiz wasn't a big star in the early stages of his career with the Minnesota Twins, but Big Pappy soared after the Boston Red Sox signed him. Before the 2003 season, he turned into one of baseball's most feared sluggers and won with a knack for clutch hits. Ortiz walloped a Red Sox record 54 homers in 2016. 2006. Finished his career with 541 long balls and led the American League in RBI 3 times, including in 2016, his final season. Sox fans will always remember his big moments, including the emotional speech in the wake of the Boston Marathon bombing and his walk-off hits against the New York Yankees in the 2004 playoff. Okay. Got a bunch of Hall of Famers coming up here on the next pages here. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, we've been having visitors. We've got a couple of our pastor's granddaughters we borrowed for 2 days. So we've been having fun playing games with them. We've been playing Farkle. We've been playing Words on the Street. We've been playing Jenga. We watched the new Jurassic Park movie last night. They enjoyed that. And then yeah, we played some more games this morning before I came onto my live stream, and then we'll have dinner with them, and we'll take them home tonight. But it's been fun, that's for sure. It's been fun. Let's see, we're almost getting close to the hour mark. What do I got here? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 more pages? I think we can maybe do it. How many pages did we do already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're almost halfway. Matter of fact, I think Tony Gwynn will be the halfway mark. Maybe. Tony Gwynn, with his keen eyes and quick hands, could swing a bat as effectively as anyone in baseball history. He played 20 seasons with the San Diego Padres, hitting .338, 3,141 hits, for an average of 209 hits per game per 162 games. Gwynn won 8 batting titles and was threatening to hit .400 in 1994, but finished at .394 when the player's strike ended and the season in mid-August. He struck out only 434 times, 21.7 per season, and fanned 3 times in a game only once against Bob Welch of the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1986. Gwynn faced 16 Hall of Fame pitchers as of 2021 and hit .322 against them. Mickey Mantle. It's mind-boggling to ponder what a fully healthy Mickey Mantle might have done in his 18-year career with the New York Yankees. Despite aching knees, he was a 3-time MVP, won the 1956 Triple Crown, blasted 536 homers, and was an All-Star in 16 different seasons. He also led the majors in runs scored 5 times and won 4 American League home run crowns, and paced the league in OPS 6 times. Mantle soared in October to smacking a record 18 World Series home runs and winning the Fall Classic 7 times. No wonder he became the idol for an entire generation of kids who still worship him as adults decades later. Johnny Bench is next, a pioneer of the one-handed catching style. Johnny Bench was perhaps the dominant force of the 1970s, both at the plate and behind it, where his strong arm impressed both players and fans. No one had more RBIs with 1,013 during the decade, and his 290 homers were third most. Bench, who grew up in a small town of Binger, Oklahoma, spent his entire 17-year career from 1967 to 1983 with the Cincinnati Reds, making 14 All-Star teams, winning 10 Gold Gloves, and earning MVP award in 1970 and 72. He was a vital cog in the Big Red Machine, winning the 1976 World Series MVP after the Reds swept the New York Yankees to win the 2nd consecutive title. Then Mr. Blue Eyes himself, Cal Ripken Jr., accentuated how players every day is a virtue. Playing every day is a virtue. The Baltimore Orioles shortstop appeared in 2,632 consecutive games from May 30th to 1982 through September 19th, 1998, shattering Lou Gehrig's mark of 2,130 in total. The Camden Yard celebration when he broke the record was an emotional scene, but Ripken wasn't just a clock puncher. The 6'4", 200-pounder broke the mold for a new generation of larger shortstops and was a true star. The 2-time MVP collected 3,184 hits and 431 home runs. He also made 19 consecutive All-Star teams and slugged 20-plus homers in 12 seasons, en route to his Hall of Fame election in 2007. Kirk Flood, a terrific hitter and a gifted center fielder, who won 7 straight Gold Gloves from 1963 to 1969. Kirk Flood's impact was felt most deeply when he challenged baseball's reserve clause following a 1969 trade from the St. Louis Cardinals to the Philadelphia Phillies. The Supreme Court ruled against him in the suit against the MLB, but his stance put a spotlight on how players were unfairly tied to their teams. After missing the entire 1970 season, the three-time All-Star and two-time World Champ played in only 13 more games, but baseball was on its way to free agency, thanks in large to Flood's willingness to fight for it. Next up to bat, Rickey Henderson is the greatest leadoff hitter in baseball history, and these numbers back it up. The Man of Steel is the all-time leader in runs scored with 2,295, stolen bases 1,406, and unintentional walks with 2,129. Oh, and he clocked 81 career leadoff homers. So speed and patience weren't the only ways he could generate scoreboard and physiological advantages. Henderson, who played for 9 teams over his 25-year career, led the American League in steals 12 times, including 9 of the 10 years in the 1980s, and he had three seasons with 100-plus stolen bases, including an all-time record 130 in 1982. Henderson also had 3,055 career hits, which included 297 homers. And next up to bat, we've got Greg Maddux at... Sorry, thought I heard somebody knocking on my door. Was never the prototypical towering pitcher who threw lightning, but he was better than his contemporaries, thanks to an intelligent approach and impeccable command. He worked the edges and could steal strikes from the umpires. Maddux is the only pitcher with 300 wins, 3,000 strikeouts, and fewer than 1,000 walks. He was first to win at least 15 games in 17 consecutive seasons and captured 4 straight Cy Young Awards from 1992 to 1995. During that span, he had a 1.98 ERA and was 75-29. In the 1990s, he had the most wins, 176, and the best ERA with 2.54. Maddux also won 18 career Gold Gloves. Okay. Next up to bat, we've got Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver won 311 games in his major league career with 61 shutouts and recorded 3,640 strikeouts. He was a Rookie of the Year in 1967 and won Cy Young Awards in 1969. 73 and 75. Tom Terrific won 25 games in 1969 as the New York Mets rose to win the World Series. In 1970, he struck out 19 batters with a game against the San Diego Padres. Seaver narrowly missed 2 no-hitters with the Mets, but threw one after he was traded to the Cincinnati Reds. He was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1992 with 98.84% of the vote. A magnificent statue of Seaver and his trademark drop-and-dive delivery was unveiled at Citi Field in New York in 2022. Next up to bat, we've got Roberto Clemente. Born in Puerto Rico, Roberto Clemente helped pave the way for players from Latin America to make it to the major leagues. He was signed by Branch Rickey and the Pittsburgh Pirates after the Brooklyn Dodgers left him unprotected. Clemente made his major league debut in 1955 and hit .317 across 18 seasons. During the 1960s, he posted a .328 average, best in the Major League Baseball by 16 points, winning 4 batting titles. The great one was a 15-time All-Star, 12-time Gold Glove winner, MVP in 1966, and hit .414 to win the 1971 World Series MVP. He died in a plane crash as he was delivering aid to earthquake victims in Nicaragua. Next up to bat, Larry Doby. Jackie Robinson is rightfully revered for the courage he exhibited in breaking baseball's racial barrier in 1947. But Larry Doby was second, the first in the American League. He came up with the Cleveland Indians 10 weeks after Robinson's debut with the Brooklyn Dodgers, and faced the taunts of opponents and coldness from teammates. Doby blossomed in 1948, hitting .301 with 14 homers and 66 RBIs as the Indians won the World Series. He was an American League All-Star 7 times and led the league in homers twice and hits with 288 with 273 homers in 17 seasons. Doby later became the second black manager in the MLB with the Chicago White Sox in 1978. Next up, we've got Pedro Martinez. Has any pitcher ever been more dominant than Pedro Martinez? He was against the New York Yankees on September 10, 1999, pitching a one-hitter and striking out 17, including 8 of the last 9 batters. A month later, an injured Martinez, who had gone 23-4 with a 2.07 ERA and turned in one of the all-time greatest seasons of pitching at the height of a hitter-friendly era, came out of the bullpen and, using finesse, pitched the Boston Red Sox past the Cleveland Indians in the ALDS. Martinez won 5 ERA titles, 3 Cy Young Awards, and 3 strikeouts, including finishing 219 wins and 100 losses with an ERA of 2.93, 3,154 strikeouts, and 2,827 innings. Next up to bat, we've got Joe Morgan. Joe Morgan, when the Cincinnati Reds acquired Joe Morgan from the Houston Astros in 1971, he was the last part needed to make the Big Red Machine. Cincinnati became the National League champ in 1972 when Morgan led the league in on-base percentage, walks, and runs scored, and won back-to-back World Series in 1975 and 1976, as he was named National League MVP both years. He hit .271 with 268 homers in 22 seasons, but in 8 years with the Reds, hitting behind Pete Rose in the front and in front of Johnny Bench and Tony Perez, Morgan batted .288, averaging 19 homers, 28 doubles, 51 steals, and 77 RBIs while winning 5 Gold Gloves at second base. Next up to bat, we've got Steve Carlton. With the Philadelphia Phillies, perhaps the best measure of Steve Carlton's greatness of his 1972 season was he won 27 games and fanned 310 batters in 346.1 innings for the Philadelphia Phillies, club that won only 59 times. That earned him his first Cy Young Award. He won 3 more to become the first pitcher in MLB history to snag 4 in a career. Lefty, who kept his body tuned and was a world-class slider biting with an exercise regimen that included martial arts and strength work with his arms in barrels of rice. Won 329 games in his career, second among southpaws to Warren Spahn, 363, and ranks 4th all-time in strikeouts with 4,136. Last in the lineup on this page to bat is Mike Piazza. Pizza, some people call him the Pizza Man. Mike Piazza. A 62nd round draft pick, went from a Hollywood story as a Los Angeles Dodgers star to the player who pushed the New York Mets into the postseason after a blockbuster 1998 trade. Drafted, some say, as a favor to family friend Tommy Lasorda, Piazza was the 1,390th player chosen in 1988 and became perhaps the finest hitting catcher ever. He bashed 396 of his 427 career home runs as a backstop, the most all-time. The 12-time All-Star batted .328 in 1990s, second in the decade only to Tony Gwynn with .344. In 1997, he became the first player to collect 200 hits while playing at least 100 games at catcher. Jay's Mix in the house. How you doing there, Jay? What do we got left here? Ooh, my favorite's coming up soon. 4, 5 more. We're rolling through this. We're going to get through in no time here. What are we, just over an hour into this now? Next up is Joe DiMaggio. Songs were written about Joe DiMaggio. He married Hollywood royalty Marilyn Monroe and was perhaps the most graceful baseball player who ever lived. No wonder Joltin' Joe, whose 56-game hitting streak in 1941 might be an unbreakable record, remains a cultural icon more than 70 years after his playing career with the New York Yankees. Despite his losing 3 years to military service during World War II, DiMaggio won 3 MVPs and 10 top 10 finishes in MVP voting, compiled a lifetime .325 average, and was an all-star every season of his 13-year career. He struck out just 369 times while smacking 361 home runs. Next up the bat, we've got my favorite PC, Ken Griffey Jr., played gorgeous baseball, whether it was unleashing his sweet lefty swing for 630 homers or racing back to the outfield wall to disappoint another hitter with an acrobatic catch. He reached the 40-homer plateau 7 times in his career, spent primarily with the Seattle Mariners and Cincinnati Reds, won 4 home run titles. He did do a part of a season with the White Sox, and slugged higher than 500 times. He was a 13-time All-Star and won 10 Gold Gloves. Drafted number 1 overall in 1987, Jr. was the first top pick ever elected to the Hall of Fame. He received 99.3% of the vote. Why leave him off any ballots? And went to Cooperstown in 2016. Next up to bat, we got Satchel Paige. Leroy Satchel Paige. Greatest pitching came in the Negro Leagues before Baseball Digest came into existence. But he got his chance to pitch in the majors as a 42-year-old rookie with the Cleveland Indians in 1948. Paige went 6-1 and appeared in the World Series that year and was an All-Star with the St. Louis Browns in 1952 and 53. Remarkably, Paige came out of retirement at age 59 and pitched 3 scoreless innings for the Kansas City Athletics in September of 1965. He was 28 and 31 in the American League as Negro League stats continued to be researched and added, his overall record is 121 wins and 81 losses with a 2.70 ERA across 398 games. What's it say? Couldn't get Alex, did you make it into? Yes. No, couldn't get into Faith, Family, and Streams. I got tied up. Hey, Bipster, definitely watch the replay. They had some huge news in it. Looks like Faith, Family, and Sports have a new addition to the growing family. Oh, my word. Is the missus going to have a baby again? Is the missus going to have a baby, or are they going to have another foster child? One of the two, I'm guessing. All right, on to Ozzy Smith. Let me do a refresh here real quick on the chats. So I know where I left off with right? Ozzy Smith, who took the field with the trademark backflip, was not only an acrobatic and spectacular shortstop to the naked eye, but his defensive work also withstood the scrutiny of advanced stats. His career defensive WAR of 44.2 ranks number 1 all-time among all positions, and Smith led the National League in that category 6 times. The Wizard of Oz performed his magic for 19 seasons and made 15 All-Star teams. He played in 2,511 games at short, 4th most in MLB history. Smith was deft enough with the bat hitting .262 with 2,460 hits. He played in 3 World Series, winning 1 with the St. Louis Cardinals in 1982. Oh, it's another foster child. Okay. That means they got to be careful because the foster child can't be on camera until their adoption is final. So I'm wondering if it's a young little tyke, hopefully. All right, Frank Robinson is now. I will. I'll go back and watch the stream. That's for sure. That's exciting. That's exciting that they're going to add another family member to Faith Family and Sports. Frank Robinson had a 926 career OPS and 586 career home runs. No wonder pitchers wanted to avoid him. He led the MLB in intentional walks every year from 1961 to 64. Robinson was the first player to win an MVP award in both leagues, and his American League MVP was especially impressive. His original club, the Cincinnati Reds, thought the 30-year-old's skills were diminishing, so he was traded to the Baltimore Orioles. He won the Triple Crown his first year there in 1966 and added the World Series MVP. In 1975, Robinson became the first African American to manage an MLB team from the start of a season, when he became the Cleveland Indians skipper. Next on to Maury Wills, a 7-time All-Star and 3-time World Series champ, was one of the most exciting players of his time, and the 1960s he swiped bases at a pace not seen since Ty Cobb, whose single-season record of 96 in 1915 had not been challenged. Wills' 535 steals during the decade were 148 more than any other major leaguer. He led the NFL in that department 6 years in a row, 1960 to 1965, as a Los Angeles Dodger, breaking Cobb's mark with 104 in 1962. Wills stole 586 bases in his career with a 73.8% success rate. He was MVP in 1962 and a Gold Glove winner at the shortstop in 1961 and 2. And the last player on these 2 pages is Rod Carew. Oh, I can imagine they are busting with happiness, that's for sure. Rod Carew, born in Panama and raised in New York City, was playing sandlot baseball at McCombs Dam Park just outside Yankee Stadium when the Minnesota Twins spotted him and signed him for $5,000 in 1964. That turned out to be a wise investment. Carew had the highest batting average, 343, and on-base percentage, 408, in the majors during the 1970s, flirting with a 400 batting average in 1977 before finishing at 388. He won the American League MVP award that year along with one of his 7 batting titles. Carew, who was selected for 18 straight All-Star games, hit .328 across 19 seasons and finished with 3,053 career hits. 3 more sections to go. 1, 2, and 3. Oh no, we're not done yet. There's more than I thought in here. 80 Ionic players. Yeah. I think we're gonna do this next part of this next week. How's that sound? Because, yeah. I'm going to do these 2 pages and then we'll save the rest. So let me see how many we've done already. Hold on a second. Let me see. Maybe we'll wait. How many have we done so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Yeah, I think we're going to count that as the halfway mark there. And we'll do the last 22 next week. Did I throw that away? I think I did. Oh, I crumpled it too. That's okay. I'll still use it as a... because... sounds cool. I hope to see Valenzuela on the next pages. We'll have to see. I can't remember for sure. Although, yeah, okay. So I'm going to put this marker here so I know. We'll finish. I'll put this part 1 of 2, and then I'll change the title after I'm done the stream here. And then we will do part 2 of 80 years, 80 Ionic players. We unveil the 80 players without whom the history of baseball from 1942 to 21 could not be told. Plus, I need to give my voice a rest. 80 players would have been a lot of paragraphs to read for 80. But before we get into this, I'm going to show you one of my favorite cards I've got right now. Oh my word! I was shaking when it came in. I'm going to show you one of my new favorite cards. This one is a cool card. Can you see that there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 awesome players on one card. They're all New York Yankees. Can you see who's on there? I want you guys to tell me who's on the card. I'll keep my bells ringing for the next episode. There you go. All right. Cool card, isn't it? This is the here. I'll show. I'm just showing you the front. Okay. And I'll show you the back. Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle, Lou Gehrig, and Derrick Jeter. All Yankees. Here's Derrick Jeter right up. Babe Ruth, the Big Bambino. Joe DiMaggio, Mickey Mantle, and Lou Gehrig. Pretty cool card, huh? Gonna leave that right there for now. Cool card. Oh, I missed Jeter. Oh, you missed the Jeter right there? That's Jeter. Babe Ruth. Mickey Mantle. Lou Gehrig. Yep, Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Joe DiMaggio, Babe Ruth, and Derrick Jeter. Pretty cool card. Oh, I guessed 4 or 5. I need one for my Yankees PC. Pretty cool card though, huh? Now that you know the 5 players that are on here, you can go to eBay and look it up. But don't share what you find out about them. Let people find out on their own. But very, very cool card. Here, I'm going to put it right over here. And we're going to go ahead and open up this blaster box here. We got 9 thumbs up. Need 1, 5, 9 thumbs. You can find them on eBay there, Chuck. I'll just say you can find them on eBay. I couldn't tell on my phone with the other 3. Laugh out loud. Oh yeah, that's fine. But yeah, you can find it on eBay. That's for sure. Okay. I'll just leave that leak out of my. Okay. But yeah, you can find them on eBay. What do we got in here? We got 7 packs, 7 cards per pack, so 49 cards total. Includes 1 exclusive green parallel card per pack. So I guess we're gonna get 7 green cards. Maybe I'll be fortunate enough to get a Seattle Mariner. But 2021 Gypsy Queen. Boom. Close the box up here and set it up for display. Oops, that goes right there. That'll go right there. Hashtag who do you collect? Oh, I keep forgetting to put that in my titles and start editing it down there. All right, so we've got 7 packs of sweetness here. Let's see what we can find. Oh, did you find them there, Chuck? Pretty cheap. Yeah, they're. If you do want to buy some, it's cheaper to buy more than 1. It's cheaper to buy more than 1. So I went for the max discount, but I got 5 of them. Oops. Oh, some of them are upside down, but you get the gist here. Yeah. Pretty sweet cards though, right? Pretty sweet cards. Pretty sweet cards, but just wanted to share those with you. Let me put the one back here on display in case anybody asks if they come in later in the stream. Can't buy till the end of the month. Hope they still happen. Oh, I think they will. I think they will. Definitely, yeah, those, when I saw that, I just thought like, oh well. So let's see who we can find here in this. I'm working on, I'm hoping to try and complete a Gypsy Queen set from 2021. But B. Garrett, rookie card for the Florida Marlins. And we'll look for a logo swap or a short print or an autograph relic, whatever we can see if we can find in here. D. Peterson, pitcher for the New York Mets, rookie card. Blake Snell with the San Diego Padres. Right? Oh, wow, that's a different one. What is Pentacles? What's a pentacle? I don't remember ever seeing a pentacle in this product. I'll have to look that one up later. A pentacle, huh? Then we got a Zach Plesac with the Cleveland Indians. Okay, Marcus Semien with the Blue Jays. And Jesus Lasorda with the Athletics. Okay. Move into number 2 here. Pack number 2. So Pentacles, I'll have to check on this one. That's an interesting one. Pentacles. I've never seen one of those before. That's why I was like, whoa, that is definitely oddballish there. But I've never seen one of those. Alright, moving on to pack 2. Those are tarot cards. Oh, is this a tarot card? That makes sense. That would make sense for a tarot card. What was that? Josh Bell for the Nationals. Sonny Gray with the Reds. Aroldis Chapman for the Yankees. Ahmed Rosario for the Guardians. Oh no, this is the Indians because it was last year still. Chris Bryant green for the Chicago Cubs. I will put that in a penny sleeve in a second here. Then we've got Mickey Moniak with the Philadelphia Phillies, rookie card. And then Whit Merrifield with the Royals. Let's see, 2021, did they have, I don't think they had the Bazooka backs, did they? I gotta think here. I don't think they did Bazooka backs, but it's harder to find them, even the Bazookas from back in the year. Okay, pack number 3. Pack number 3. Okay. Wilson Contreras, catcher for the Cubs. Hold him up here so you can see him better. Is that Luis Caposano with the San Diego Padres rookie card? We got a Kyle Lewis. That's weird how it's the dark color. Why is that dark? Kyle Lewis for the Gypsy Queen. I'm pretty sure I've got this one. I'll find when I double check them for sure. But for now, I'll put the Seattle Mariners right up there. Kyle Lewis. Who's this one? Tucker Davidson with the Atlanta Braves rookie card pitcher. Eloy Jimenez with the Chicago White Sox. Shout out to Chuck on that green parallel. Oh, I'll sleeve these up in a second here. Just set them off to the side down here. Josh Hader for the Milwaukee Brewers pitcher. And Sam Huff, catcher for the Texas Rangers rookie card. Okay. Right. 3 packs, 3 greens. It said you should get a green in every pack. Okay. Pack number 4. Oh, I don't know why I keep putting these scissors back. I'm going to use them to trim the top. It's easier. Okay. Don't have the little mini ones, but let's see. Casey Mize, rookie card for the Tigers. check the first name on the back. Vasquez, catcher for the Red Sox. Christian Vasquez. I have to remember Christian. If I have extras of those, I'll put that in my Christian PC. Jesus, Christian, different ones like that. Weathers, pitcher for the Padres, rookie card. Ryan Weathers. Got Anthony Rizzo, first baseman for the Cubs. We've got, is that, oh my word, that came out of nowhere. Jared Oliva with the Pittsburgh Pirates, outfielder, green. And we got an autograph. Oh my word, that's, I don't remember seeing these, but that is, my word, pretty cool. We've got an auto. Odds of getting an auto in a blaster's pretty slim. But let's do this one. Tarek Skewball, rookie card for the Detroit Tigers. Then we got a autograph for Leody Taveras. A Gypsy clean autograph. Okay, they did have Bazooka this year, so I do gotta kind of double check the backs on all these, right? Oh, I don't think the greens will be. I think they just come in the base styles, as far as I know. So you can possibly find it. Well, I'm gonna look on, and I'll just turn them all over as we're going through next time. No Bazookas here. Bazooka backs would be cool. No, I'm just collecting the base set. So the others will go by the wayside, no doubt. Okay. But that is a cool autograph. Top certified on-card auto for Leody Taveras. That is a very cool card. We'll put that auto right there. 2 packs to go, since I'm pulling this one off. We'll double check all the backs as we're going through, so I don't have to go back through and look again. Plus that way, if I don't know their first name anyway, I can do that. Boy, wouldn't it be, it'd be cool to find a relic in here, get a hot box, get more than one hit. Pham, who's this? Tommy Pham with the San Diego Padres, outfielder. Shout out to Kevin's Models and More. Clayton Kershaw with the Dodgers. Johnson with the Indians, outfielder, rookie card. And this one is, I believe, Daniel Johnson, rookie card for the Cleveland Indians. Howard. Oh my word, is that a short print? I think that's probably a short print there, right? Roger Maris, outfielder, that is cool. Spencer Howard, pitcher for the Phillies, rookie card. And a Roger Maris, outfielder for the New York Yankees. 313, yes. I think it's 301 to 320 is the short print cards. Cool. Got a Roger Maris. Then we got a Freddie Freeman with the Atlanta Braves first baseman. Card number 1, the green. So, Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton with the Atlanta Braves. Pitcher. Right, pack number 6. Oh, what am I done? Right. Let's go here and see what we got next coming up here. Alcantara. Sandy Alcantara, pitcher for the Marlins. DJ LeMahieu with the Yankees. Trevor Bauer with the Dodgers. Oh my word, we got a short print. A color short print, maybe could be numbered. That'd be cool. But Trevor Bauer, Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher. We got Peterson rookie card. Boom! Yes, we do. We got a number card. 101 of 199. That is, wow, so that's pretty much two hits. Two hits in this box here. This is rookie card for David Peterson. David Peterson rookie card. Short print. Is that like a teal color short print or something? Something like that. Pretty cool. 101 out of 99. Then next for the green, we got, who's this one? Lewin Diaz, Miami Marlins. Green, rookie card. That'll get sleeved up. Then we got Taylor Jones, Houston Astros first baseman and outfielder. Rookie card. Then we got Adonis Medina, rookie card for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, so two good hits, an autograph and a serialized card, and a tarot card in our greens. Oh wait, get all the greens all at one mark here. Oh, I think I might have forgot to check if there were. Already did that down to the Roger Maris there. Make sure I didn't miss any. Bazooka backs. That would be awesome. Get a box with a blaster box with all those hits. Right, last pack magic. Let's see what we can pull in here. Oh my word. There's something in here. I think we got a mini. Shohei Ohtani, pitcher and designated hitter for the Angels. Yajure with the Pirates, rookie card. And this is a Miguel Yajure, rookie card. Then we've got a, let's see, I'm going to go and do these last down on the bottom. We got a Freddie Freeman with the Atlanta Braves. We got a, I'm trying to remember, Diaz, first baseman for the Marlins, rookie card. Lewin Diaz, rookie card. Jeff McNeil, second base and outfielder for the New York Mets. Ronald Acuna Jr., the captain. Jeff McNeil, yep. And not a Gypsy Queen. Okay. So the Ronald Acuna Jr. captain card. Pretty cool. Get that sleeved up. And then the Brandon Crawford, I think. Brandon Crawford, yep. Brandon Crawford, San Francisco Giants shortstop. Get these guys sleeved up here. Roberto Clemente Jr. Boom. There we go. So these are the base rookies. These are the base player cards. Some star players in there. Along with the Kyle Lewis on top. I'll put him on top. I'm pretty sure I've got one of those there, but I can't remember if I need one for my binder I'm working on here. Mini card. The collectible. Tarot card of Gerrit Cole with the New York Yankees. Then we've got the greens. Go over them. Brandon Crawford, shortstop for the Giants. Lewin Diaz, Miami Marlins first baseman. Freddie Freeman, first baseman for the Braves. Jared Oliva, outfielder for the Pirates rookie card. Chris Bryant for the Cubs. Eloy Jimenez with the White Sox, and Zach Plesac with the Indians. But they didn't switch over yet. So there, I'll put these like right there. The greens. Not too bad. A blaster box with an autograph and a serialized card. A mini of Ronald Acuna Jr. and a Gerrit Cole pitcher for the Yankees. And of course my special Yankee card right there. Boom. That was pretty cool little box. So I appreciate y'all being with me today. Appreciate you being here. Do a little recap here and give you a heads up on what we got going on for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think we're going to do a binder review. Tomorrow, we'll do the show tomorrow with our Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for some football? That's right, we're not doing the binder review tomorrow. And I don't believe I'll be doing a stream on Friday, like I mentioned, because I've got a day trip. We're going over to Lopez Island. If you want to do a search on Google and see where Lopez Island is, off the coast of the northwest corner of the state of Washington. Not really the farther northwest corner, the closer corner that almost marries up to Canada. And we're going to spend the day in Friday Harbor on Lopez Island on Thursday. Unless things change, I'll be able to know more tomorrow evening for sure. Okay? And then, of course, other than that, for this Friday, it will be our Hall of Fame Friday this week will be Larry Doby. Larry Doby is going to be a Hall of Fame Friday. Uh-oh. Does that run out of ink? Might be. But, yeah, that'll be fun. And then we will be doing the, no, actually we might be doing a binder. I think I switched it up. Because then next week we'll continue with, Are you ready for some football? 1981 Pro Football Hall of Fame. That's scheduled for next week. I'm confused. Don't let me be confused, but I'm always confused. And we did make it to 10 thumbs up. Enjoy your time at the island. Yeah, we're going to just drive up there, park our car in the parking lot, and take the passenger ferry across. So, but that'll be fun. So we will be doing a live stream tomorrow. But Thursday, I'll probably maybe if able to, I might do a live stream from the island. We'll see. All right. So other than that, you all take care. Have a wonderful and blessed day out there. And we will see you all around the channels. This is Down Blonde Hall of Fame. Bets, sports cards, and more. Having been live to you with Take It Back Tuesday, taking it back 80 years of 80 Ionic players, part 1 of 2. We'll do part 2 of 2 next week and finish off this little mini show, which ended up being longer than I originally thought. So, other than that, you all take care, and we will see you all around the channels. So take care, have a wonderful and blessed day, and I'll see you around the channels.